American was shocked by the things that only Europeans know. This one coming from the channel World Friends. It's been a really long time since we've checked out one of theirs. I did a reaction to, I think, one of their language difference videos. Like I said, maybe back in like May of 2025. So I know the premise of the show. I think it's gonna be really good. I don't see my American though. I'm holding on the still frame here before the video starts, and I don't see an American in the group. So I'm curious how this is gonna unfold. If it's anything that maybe I might know, I would assume I'm a little different than your average American, but yeah, nonetheless, smash like button and let's dive in.
I'm from Normandy. We have to do 4 kisses on the cheek, and the most is 6.
It takes so long.
One is very romantic. No, isn't it?
All right, World Friends.
Yeah. I think that maybe American lifestyle is a little bit more lazy. Maybe like,
Well, you're talking to Italy and Spain, so.
Better, I just shut up.
Siesta.
I mean, okay, we don't really walk anywhere, just driving, and even if you like wanted to walk, it's low-key dangerous.
But maybe it's because the distance it was huge, everything.
The distance, that's true, but I also went to America before, and I was with my American friends, and we were in like an outdoor like shopping center type thing, but then we wanted to go to another shopping mall. It was just across the street, and then they wanted to walk back to the car, and I was like, you just have to cross the street. They're like, no, it's too far, and I was like, we're looking at the building.
Yep.
This is 100% true. I've even done this a couple of times. Especially, I don't know, sometimes we were at a shopping center a couple of weeks ago for an event for my daughter, and they were shopping for a dress for her school dance, and we had to go to dinner, which was not too far away, and I was like, well, maybe we could walk. And then I looked it up, and I was like, it's about a half a mile. And everyone was like, no, we're driving. It's like literally right there, you guys, but yeah.
That sounds right.
No,
And when you live in like a more populated city, it's kind of more dangerous because we do allow like guns in America too.
That's crazy. That's something I could never even like imagine because we grew up like without any guns. It's something you see in movies or that the police have, and even
kind of wild though that she said that like the cities are more dangerous and then kind of shifted to guns because our cities have the strictest gun laws. But if you're in like a crazy city, like, I don't know, I feel like I always bring up Detroit, but you know, if you're there, there's a lot of gangs and just bad people that seem to not really care about the laws. I don't know.
even they need a special license to carry it out in the public and stuff like this, because what if I don't get home? That's crazy to me.
It's not like that.
Oh, yeah.
I know this. Can you guess what?
Is it Metro?
No, it's the
Bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pay to go to the public restroom?
Yes, so yeah. I think if you don't pay, it's a really bad bathroom. And the more you pay, the better, like the cleaner the bathroom, because they use the money for keeping it clean and nice. And this one is from a German stop at a highway. And then you get this like 50 cents coupon. And then when you buy something in the store, you actually get like 50 cents off.
So it would be free or?
No, it's always more expensive than 50 cents.
Oh.
I had no idea about the 50 cent off thing. That's the first time I heard that. I wouldn't really, I've said this before too. I think that paying for the bathrooms, if they can make our bathrooms, like our public bathrooms, nicer, I think we should implement it.
Okay. How much is like one bathroom break?
It's like €1. For this one, it's €1, and you get like the 50 cent. These bathrooms
The coupon.
are amazing because they're clean, they smell nice. You don't have to worry about anything. So it's actually okay to pay. It just gets annoying if you don't have any cash or anything because you forgot it in the car. You're like, oh no, I have to go back. But that's
These days you can pay with your phone though.
oh really? Yeah.
Some of them you can pay with your phone, like Apple Pay.
That's cool.
In France,
That's easy.
we have it too, but you don't have discount. Like you just pay and you don't have anything, just clean bathroom and that's it.
I think in my case it's more common just to go to a bar. If, for example, you buy a water or a coffee, something very simple, and you can use the bathroom. That is like the polite way.
I think, yeah, it's quite similar to America.
same in Italy, but sometimes like in resting areas, I feel like most of the places are free. You can just go and like use the bathroom.
rest areas here in my country are like the one place you do not want to go to the bathroom. They are absolute shitholes. Somebody do something about it. Jesus.
In McDonald's,
They're
you
so
still have
bad.
to pay sometimes. Like even if you bought food, you still have to. There's like a little
have to pay
old lady
when
who
you-
sits there in front of the bathroom, so you have to give her like a few coins so you can
Really?
use the restroom.
Okay, so a situation is like because there's so much driving, there are rest stop area for you just to use the bathroom and whatnot.
These are
'Cause
what I'm
honestly,
talking
I
about.
don't think Americans are paid enough to care. But in general, like it's also not polite, so you should buy something. So people will usually just buy like a soda or coffee or something like that. So it's quite similar.
Oh, she's
to
talking about a
explaining.
gas station, not a rest stop. Yeah. Public nudity.
Oh, nudity.
I think they cannot put the naked people in the picture. That's
What am I looking at? I'm so confused.
So for me as a German, it looks really, really familiar. We used to always go to the Baltic Sea, or to the North Sea in Germany for vacation. It's cheap and it's great. And the beaches would look like this, so packed. And what you don't see here, there's also a lot of public nudity. Especially, it's like more for the older generations because they grew up, just not caring.
They are more open-minded than us.
In a way.
So is it a generational thing? I don't know. I feel like, what was it? Felly from Germany, we did a video about this subject. I'm not even going to say it because the video got, I don't want to say taken down by YouTube, but it was like restricted. It's really annoying, but yeah, interesting.
But it's just because it's so normal for them. They don't even think about it. It's like not in a bad way. It's just like, that's just nature. So they just, show everything they have and go take a bath.
Free the nipple.
Their bodies and
Yeah.
Can I ask, what are the white pillar things? Are they like blockers?
We call it Strandkorb. It's kind of, you can reserve a
kind of like a
seat,
cabana.
and then you can sit inside. So this is from the back side,
Oh,
but it's
okay, so
actually
there's
a
people
bench
sitting in them.
inside. So you have a little bit of like a resting station and shadow. And you have a little table, so you
That's
can put your
nice.
drinks there.
In France,
never seen one of
actually,
those
you go
before.
to the clubs of France to go to the beach, and you see the guy with the short and the woman with like underwear swimsuit. But you don't have to be surprised if you see a woman without the top, because we like to take the sun. So they want to just here tan skin, but here like white. Yeah, so many women do that. But also we have some special place for people that like to be all naked. But
Yeah, naked beaches.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
that too.
Yeah, just give them the option.
yeah, Italy is the same.
In Belgium and I think in Germany too, not separate, like they are not women and men part, it's together and we are all naked too. Or we can have towel, but it's like even forbidden to take swimsuit.
I think in America, actually, I have
Forbidden to
no
take a
idea.
swimsuit?
Do you guys know what skinny dipping is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just do that wildly. I don't know. I mean, in terms of like beaches, I of course knew that existed. It's always talked about in media and stuff. Like it's just kind of there, hovering as a concept in like movies and TV shows like that. But also, I think Americans are really comfortable with just wearing proudly about their body. I think they're more okay with like nudity, but it's just about the law whether or not.
Yeah, she's 100% right. Like most average Americans don't really care too much about nudity, I would say. It's just our government has like all these weird strict laws of nudity and then curse words as well. I know a lot of national television in some of your guys' countries will have cursing in it, which for us, it's all going to be, bleeped out.
Lousy.
Paid maternity.
What is paid maternity leave like in your countries?
For example, in case of Italy, we have 5 months where you can stay home and like take care of your newborn. And while you're home, your company is still gonna pay you. You can choose whether you want to get like 2 months before the baby is born and then 3 months after, or
Yes, I'm so glad that I can't see her flag. I don't remember. Was she was Italy, I think. The 2 months before getting paid, I think that is amazing. All of my women viewers that have had children will know that last month. I haven't been through it, but I've been with my wife who's been through that, and it is a struggle. So the fact that they give 2 months of paid maternity on top of the other paid maternity after is amazing.
5 months like
I gotta see
after
what the
the
other ones
baby's
say.
born. These days also dads
So you get 7
can
months.
get
paternity.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
You get the same salary, but you're not going to work.
I'm not sure about in Spain the months and exactly, but I think it's all the same salary of the previous month.
For the USA, I think it depends on the company. I don't think it's decided really by the government.
To me, that's so weird because I feel that usually, like Americans, like the US, they always try to like protect somehow the human rights in a way. Like I'm talking about my job. I'm an actress, and I know that there's like some kind of association there in the US where they protect actors' rights. But then when it comes to these things which are more natural, like having a baby, there are no actually rights. They don't really protect the mothers. Yeah. So to me that's weird, like to know about this.
It's like, well, the thing about America is I think they're really based off of making money. So when a company, like, they try to push their benefits onto people, but it's more like making the employee more loyal to the company so that they'll work harder for it. So the benefits are really just there as an incentive, but it's not really seen as like a better for the people themselves.
I know that
I've been thinking about this a little bit lately, and I don't know if it's just because America. And well, but here's the thing: is your guys' countries were also a little bit more traditional. But 60 years ago, here in the States at least, women didn't really work that much. So I don't think there was ever really a need for maternity leave because the women that were in the workforce was so small and minimal that it probably was just like an afterthought. But I just don't know how we've gone from women's suffrage for them being able to vote and then get into work all the way until 2026, and there still has not been like anything put in place for women to be protected with some type of maternity leave. It does blow my mind. I think that it can go a little excessive sometimes. Like I think I've heard of some places getting like an entire year off, which at that point I'm kind of like, well, maybe you just shouldn't work. And I know people are probably going to hate me for saying that, but it's like, if you want to stay home with, your child. I think that sweet spot is like that 6 months, especially because being able to have someone watch your child, I guess it doesn't really, I don't even know where I'm going with this. It doesn't really change. You guys know if you have kids, when they get older, they still take just as much of attention. So whether it's the whole first year when the baby is very little or all the way up until they're 5 or 6 years old when they go to kindergarten, someone's still got to watch them that entire time. So I don't know. It's a hot topic that everyone's got an opinion on, and I don't know. I don't really have any hard stance on it, but I do think that European countries are doing it much better than we are here. There should be some, gives women some mandatory law where it's, even if they just did 3 months, I would be like, okay, thank you for taking some type of step to because you got to let their bodies recover. I'm speaking to the choir right now.
It also has paid maternity leave. It's a few weeks before and after. I think maybe in total like 3 or 4 months. I could be wrong, but
3 or 4 months, yeah.
More than 4 weeks before and more than 4 weeks after. And I used to work in a German company, and we had someone leave, and it was just a no-brainer. It was like there was no discussion. Just okay, yeah, sure, go ahead, take your time, and everyday life.
I also know it's really, that's what I've heard, for it to be really expensive to have in America. Like my cousin just recently had her first child. She was visiting one of the Dutch islands, and then her water broke, and she was transferred by helicopter to go to the hospital. I asked my mom, oh my gosh, was it expensive? Because helicopter, my mom was like, no, government paid everything.
Oh, that's so nice.
In the US, you have the baby on the island, probably. They're going to leave you there. They'll be like, okay,
After in canoe.
Water is good for pregnant mothers.
Greeting with kisses.
People kissing.
Kissing to greet?
It's not really that normal, to be honest. It kind of depends on what class you're in. So if you're the upper class, more elite, it might be more common just because those be the people that are more well-traveled. and pick up those customs along the way. If you're like higher class, maybe, but it's definitely not normal by any means.
No.
Yeah, actually, in France is really famous for that because we always greet by a kiss. If it's two men, they handshakes. But if it's two women or woman and a man,
Wait, what did she
it's
just
two
say?
men, they handshakes. But
Okay,
if
so men
it's
just
two
shake their
women or
hands.
woman
Okay.
And a man, we kiss. But also there is a rule in France, like it depends on the region and it's different numbers of kiss. Like I'm from Normandy and there we have to do 4 kiss on the cheek. Some are
That's
only
hard.
2, like Paris is only 2, and some the most is 6.
It takes so long.
That's crazy.
You know, like,
It would
there are
take a
some
while.
people that when they kiss you, they leave some saliva on your cheeks. Think about six kisses about that. It's like having a
Oh,
We
man.
have to do it. Just
For example, in Belgium, it's only one kiss, and usually on the right side. And so sometimes when I meet like French people, it's like they start different side, and so we almost kiss on the mouth because
I never even
it's
thought about
different
that.
because they start like left and after right, I think, and so we are. Yeah. Also, I have like meet some American and they hug usually, so they come to me for hug, but I forget they're American and not Belgian and French, so I just kiss like this and they're like, what are you doing?
Is it normal
That's
for your country to like hug when you meet?
Of course. Yeah. It's not like a big hug, but maybe just take the shoulder like a kiss.
for
Yeah,
us in France,
same
we
for
never
us.
do it. We don't hug to say hi. If we don't know, we also kiss. Or if it's boss, we handshake. Or if it's friend, just handshake like this. Yeah.
In
Like
Germany, we
like a
tend to
pound?
hug more. It's more normal to hug. And we did the kissing only in high school, like with our like
In high school?
classmates. So not with older people, not with strangers.
I think the high schoolers just wanted to kiss each other. Am I right?
It's more normal to hug people you're closer with, or if it's a friend of a friend and you're kind of introduced, it's okay to hug because you're on the same level. But to older people, no.
Yeah, see, you don't hug anyone that you don't know for us. Hugs are only for, and not even someone that you met like once or twice. It's usually somebody that's a friend, you know?
Kissing and no hugging, just handshake.
But
If not, it's a
don't you
handshake.
think that in your case, for example, you said it's just one kiss. In my case, it's like, okay, if I do 2 or better, I don't do anything because with just one kiss, it's like,
one is very romantic. Yeah, right? One is like, no, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's just mostly for relatives, I guess. It's just very old tradition.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. I will get a kiss occasionally from the older generation if they're family, just on the cheek. Usually it's one on one side.
Oh my god.
I like it.
A stick
I love
shift.
it.
The thing in the car, right?
The thing in the car.
But I know that's not right. It's for like manual cars, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know, it's really 50-50 in America if somebody knows how to drive like that or not.
So I feel like
Not even. It is not. It is not 50-50. Not anymore, at least. Maybe like 30 years ago it was 50-50. Now, I would say like 28.
we're used to like have this manual stick in Italy until a few years ago. These days we also have many like automatic ones, but still I enjoy using this more because every time I drive I feel like I'm relieving my stress. I don't know, like doing this movement every time. First of all, I feel the car more. And then, I don't know, I'm like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, you
Doing
drive
Fast and
faster.
the Furious, where it's like,
fun.
you're like, yeah.
And then like 20 kilometers an hour, but still, I really enjoy like doing this.
As a car lover, I can only drive that one. In France, it's really popular. Yeah, I was a racer in France, so for me, it's an insult to use automatic or electric car. Sorry. Actually, the automatic cars are really expensive in France, so you can get it, but manual cars are really useful and more usual for us. So
I'm not sure now, but we had to do the driver test only with the manual. We cannot do it with the automatic.
oh, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, in France, we can. You can.
Maybe you can apply for it like a preference.
No. Like you have the choice. Like you get your license, only automatics, but then you can't drive manual. If you do.
Really? That's interesting. I had no idea. Okay. I did my driver test with a manual with my Mustang.
With the manual, you can drive
I
automatic
didn't
and
have that
manual.
option.
It's same in Belgium.
Yeah, in Germany too.
In America, you just take your test with your own car.
So you have the
Yeah.
car before you actually have the license?
Before you can get your actual license, of course, you have to get a permit, and that allows you to like practice on real roads. But somebody over 21 and with an actual license, actually no, I think they just have to be over 21 in the car with you. So once you have your
No, they have to have a license. I think she's
like
confused.
permit and stuff, then you can take the actual driver's test. And when you take the test, it's in literally whatever car you show up in that day. There's no necessary registration, like you don't have to give them anything. It's just whatever you show up in that day. So it could be your car, it could be your mom's car, it could be stolen off the street, and probably they wouldn't know any different.
They would
But
have
yeah,
no
so
idea.
if your car is in stick, then your driver's test is in stick. If not, then it's automatic.
Hitting all the top ones here. No tipping.
I remember
I gotta
correctly,
hear what
like
they
your
say.
tip is based off of your bill, and you should pay like, I don't know, like 10% if it's really bad service, and 15% if it's like good, and 20 if it's great, like that. But actually, I think from what I heard these days, it's really different. So if it's bad, you should pay 20%. And if it's okay, 25. And if it's good, you pay 30.
No.
So much.
That's not true.
Okay, is there
No.
a tip in Europe?
I mean, there is, but it's not a lot. You usually just like round up, or you just give like the extra change that you have.
It's not big amounts. Yeah.
Okay, so in Italy we don't usually, but if we really like the waiter or the waitress, then in that case we can like freely decide to give some money.
It's usually not more than like €5 or something.
Yeah, €5 is quite good, and actually, I mean, in a super meal with a very good service, maybe 10, and when you see the 10, it's like,
Yeah, that's
whoa.
crazy. Yeah.
Is the person expecting you to give the
Dang.
tip?
No, no.
Yeah, same.
They appreciate though.
How much is like €1 to like a US dollar?
It's quite the
When
same.
was this?
Okay, it's about the same. Okay.
Oh, it's had to
Okay,
have been
that
a
makes
couple of
sense.
years
How much
ago.
is like a normal meal? Like if you just went to a casual restaurant for lunch?
$25 in France for
Yeah, same 22.
Usually when we go restaurant, we don't go often, but when we go, we take entrance, like main dish, dessert, drink, so it's really more.
Okay, that makes
But
sense.
I think the fact that we don't make tips is because the waiter is paid better than in America,
Yeah.
so they don't really need it. Sure, they prefer. We always prefer win more money, but I think most of the money they win in America come from the tip.
Yeah, and I think it's general in Europe, like in the restaurants, if it's not fast food, people tend to do many things handmade. They serve you, they go to the terrace and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, it's worth it also if you give a tip for that person because they put effort. It's not like you go to a restaurant, you have a
Yeah,
machine,
it's somebody
you just
actually
put whatever
doing
you
some
want
extra
and you
work.
have,
Yeah,
like, a
trying to make
fast
your
meal.
experience
So
good.
The issue with America is they actually do have stuff like that where you're putting it into the computer or whatever, and they expect a tip after that. I think there's a lot of things where you just order, let's say like we're going to go order like pearl tea or something, and literally all the person at the register is doing is taking your order, and they like turn this little menu around and it says, leave a tip. You can choose 15, 20, or 25, or custom, and it's just like awkward because there's
It's so awkward. I can't stand it. If anyone, any of my viewers ever come visit here and you're just getting a coffee or a tea or something, don't ever leave a tip. You don't need to.
sitting and watching you and like,
But also, I don't know if it's like this in other countries as well. Depends on the restaurant, but if you give a tip to the waitress, doesn't mean that the waitress can just take it for themselves. Like it gets distributed to everyone for the team.
Yeah.
I was a waitress in France and bartender, and sometimes like they give tips and they split between the team, or if the customers say it's for her, it will come to me, like
Yeah,
only
true.
to me. That's
Room temperature water.
not on the fridge, not hot, not cold.
I think as far as America, a lot of Americans prefer their water with ice. So if you go to like,
Nope. No ice. Only it's the best way. I hate super cold water. All right.
It's going to be this big glass full of ice and water inside. How was that for Europe?
I feel like Italians don't really like cold water. So when we go to restaurants, actually they try to serve us cold water. But my family, for example, and I know many other people that do that, we really ask for room temperature water. Because I don't know, I feel like it's bad for our bodies, especially if we eat something hot with it, we're gonna like go right.
The outside temperature is very different.
Okay.
In France,
I can pretty confidently say that it's not bad for your body to drink cold water. It's cute. But the only time that like really cold water is good is when it's extremely hot outside. I feel like that's the one time when you get a nice cold, ice cold bottle of water and it's, you know, I don't know, 110 degrees outside.
But I think in Spain during the summer, there is people also, it's common to see cold or fresh water or with ice, but I think just during summer.
Yeah, summer, yeah.
I think in Germany we also have room temperature, but we don't even talk about it. It's just so normal. If you want ice, you ask for it. At least that's my experience. But also in Germany, we always have to pay for water. So in restaurants, there's no free water, except if you ask for tap water. It's not on the menu, you just kind of have to know. And if you know, you can ask, and then sometimes they will bring you tap water or not. They can refuse. So if you buy water, I think it's most of the time it's cold because they just
it comes in those like tall
but it's
bottles.
not because people like it.
Yeah.
I think in our case during summer, the waiter should to ask, like, you want cold water or...
In Belgium, maybe at home we don't put in fridge or put ice, but in restaurant usually the glass come with ice on it, and the water is cold too because they put it
Oh,
in
really?
the
In
fridge
Belgium?
and after
Okay.
they give to you. So we don't complain about it and just drink it cold, but usually at home we will drink like room temperature water or drink.
Yeah, for us, like the bottle they give you is cold because it comes from the fridge, but there's no glass in the ice, like unless ice in the glass unless you ask for it.
I think
I gotta say, she's got a very almost American accent to her. She's got to be like half and half somehow. I don't know who
There's
she
no
is.
glass in the ice, like unless ice in the glass unless you ask
She
for
could
it.
pull
I
off
think I
being
grew up actually
like
knowing a lot
American
about
pretty
European
easily.
culture. Not everything. I never lived there. But I have a lot of friends from Europe, and also like I grew up learning German, and my German teacher was like, she really loved Germany, so she would always talk about like, we do this in Germany and that in Germany. So I had an idea of
Maybe
everything.
you know better than me.
It was really interesting to see everybody's point of view on things. I was really surprised by the bathroom though. That really took.
All right, we're at the end there. I think they're about to close it out. So, all right, interesting video. Thanks for the recommendation, you guys. I know a little bit of a long one. I got a little bit on a couple of rants there, but all in fun. All right, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.